is a pickup and delivery service, is it worth it? Or how do you know if it's going to be worth it or not? You have any metrics for that?
Mark, you want to jump in? I can piggyback.
Sure. I don't know. I would want to find out myself and not let somebody else find out is probably my answer there. I don't know the data you're going to look at. If I owned a laundromat in a small town, I would try it out, prove myself right or wrong that it does or doesn't exist a market there, rather than just sitting on the sidelines and saying a market doesn't exist there, and then somebody else comes in and captures that because you never experimented with it. So I don't know. I live in a tiny town an hour outside of Austin, and I can't wait to launch here. I think after COVID, people are moving out of. There's a good chunk of people moving out of cities who want to get away from the chaos. So I think small towns have legs, but I would test that out myself. I wouldn't make an excuse for the market not being there, and let somebody else find out that it actually does exist.
Yeah, we right now target cities that are 500,000, 1 million plus, but that's not because we don't think small towns don't work. I think it's just, hey, it's a bigger pond to fish out of, and there's probably more fish in it, and so it's easier to hit the numbers we're trying to hit. But when we think about filling up one of our Laundrolab locations, it doesn't take a ton of customers for it to get really exciting pretty quickly, just given it's an affordable luxury. People are paying a premium for it, just like you would, lawn service or home cleaning or nannying. There's going to be some level of premium price to it, but that number to fill up a store to get, again, exciting is 500 to 1,000 customers. It's not a lot of people. And so when you think about how many households that is compared to, even a town of 20, 30,000 people, it's not a huge percentage that you need to penetrate into that city for it to get exciting. And even less than 500 is still exciting. It's just, we're trying to target that 500 to 1,000. And so you don't really need New York City to do that.
Awesome. I love both of those things, actually. Mark, I think you put it great. Like, hey, I'm not sure exactly, but I don't want somebody else to find out. I want to go find out myself, right? And I think that's a good way to approach it. And Alex kind of giving some of those numbers just for a framework, right? Those numbers aren't hard and fast for every market, but and there's sort of, I'm just throwing in my 2 cents here. Nobody asked, but I'm going to throw it in anyways. There's sort of, talk to people about acquiring a laundromat or starting a service. There's sort of 2 numbers that you want to look at, big overview numbers. One is the return on your investment you think you can get, and the other is the threshold, right? Well, a pickup and delivery, like Alex said, it doesn't take that many people to make it exciting. And so, if your threshold, what you're trying to aim for is a couple $1,000s net, like your threshold is really low there, right? And so it really doesn't take that many clients or customers, especially if you start bringing in a couple of, smaller commercial, clients or customers that are giving you regular business. It really doesn't take that many to be able to net a couple $1,000s a month, right? So depending on where your threshold is too, if you're in a small town and you're expecting to make, $50,000 net from your pickup and delivery, can you do that? I don't know. Maybe not. It depends on what your pool of available customers is